Hey everyone, today I want to talk about micromanaging and other delusions that we hold as managers. So, this topic came around over lunch. I was talking to my husband, and we were talking about all the different sort of delusional things that we as people believe, will keep us safe. A big house, a certain kind of title, a certain amount of money, a certain kind of car, certain clothes, the state of those clothes, etc. We all engage in this. Every single person. There's no shame in it. And in fact, it's really helpful. There's a lot of, your brain is like, you need to feel safe in order to be creative, in order to be expansive, in order to be innovative. And so your brain will assign safety to certain things, certain feelings, certain attitudes. For most of us, that's just kind of like, background noise, or it's normal, or it doesn't really harm us. There are others of us who grew up in unsafe situations and had to pretend we were safe so that we could do any amount of brain work, so that we could dream of how to escape that situation, so that we could make plans for the future, be strategic, etc. And as a result of that, a lot of times what we consider to be safe is either directly a reaction to the environment we grew up in. We were unsafe in a small house growing up, so we will be safe in a big house. We were unsafe in this neighborhood, so we will be safe in this neighborhood. Our parents were unsafe and they had this kind of job, so if we have this kind of job, we will be safe, etc. And there are other things that we have taken directly from the environment that make us feel safe. Micromanaging is one of those. A lot of times especially when we're younger, if we can control a little thing, if we can control the stuff in our room, if we can control the way books are arranged, if we can control the order in which we eat things, other different things, we will have control of this situation. And if we have control of the situation, then we are safe. We're not actually safe. It's just a trick we're playing on our brains so that we can still be creative and expansive, so that we can still learn and be empathetic and all of those things that people need to be able to do in order to grow, basically. So now it's many years later and we're managers. We have a team, we have a project, we have deadlines, we have things that are depending on us. And we are unsafe. We are living during an unsafe time. It feels unsafe. I mean, we were always living during an unsafe time. I hate to break it to you. We've never been safe. But this definitely doesn't feel like safety, all this shit all around us. At the post above this one, the post below this one, it might not feel very safe figuring out how to navigate this, how to navigate working from home, how to navigate stress, how to navigate pandemic and loss and everything that comes along with this time in our lives. And many of us, myself included, I've talked about it before, will return to something that made us feel safe in the past, which is micromanaging. Because small things are easier to control. That might work with books or with toys or with the order in which we eat vegetables. In fact, I would encourage you to go back to those habits. If those were habits that made you feel safe as a child, there's no shame in alphabetizing the books just to get a little bit of fucking peace. But also, when it applies to people, when we start micromanaging people, that's when this really breaks down as being a not so healthy coping mechanism. Because in order to micromanage people, we have to keep them small. Keeping people small not only hurts us because they're not able to think and make innovative leaps, it hurts them. And we, the micromanager, are hurting them. We are hurting our people when we micromanage them. Micromanaging people, first of all, never, ever, ever works. Doesn't matter if you've gotten sort of like some level of token performance before through micromanaging. Chances are that person would have performed for you anyway, but you were so paranoid and micromanaging that you associate the micromanaging with the success. In general, every single person, even people who aren't able to do this, but every single person wants to show up, be a part of a team, make something, benefit, and feel happy, be seen and heard and loved, and all those things that we read in the sort of like empathetic management books. Those are all 100% true. When you micromanage someone, you are not seeing them. You are not seeing who they are, who they can be. You're not really seeing what they can do. And you're definitely not trusting them to be creative and expansive on their own. In fact, what you're saying is, look, I don't care what you are going to be expansive about. I don't care about your innovation or where your creativity can take this company, because I need you to do this exactly like this, exactly at this time. And if you don't do it, I'm going to be mad at you. People are not machines. When we hire people, when we have them on our team, the best, most efficient way that we can get good work out of them, that we can grow and get good profit out of our investment in that worker, is to invest. This is like having an employee and micromanaging them is like buying a Lamborghini to go to the corner and back at 30 miles an hour. You have a huge amount of potential available to you when you have someone who is working for you and with you. You have now doubled your perspective on the world, and the more diverse that person is, the more different they are from you, the more diversity of perspective, opportunities, innovation, solutions, the more different places that's going to come from between the two of you. You have an amazing opportunity here to not just help someone else grow and be creative and become something greater than what they are right now, and turn their role into something that has a large impact on the world, which is what we all want. You also are missing out when you micromanage people. You're missing out on an opportunity to ride that wave. Innovation, creativity, this is the thing that is making us money right now. This is the thing that is saving companies, putting the lights back on. If we can pivot fast enough, if we can find other revenue streams, then we can survive this. We are not going to be creative, innovative, able to move quickly if we're micromanaging. We have to let the very frightening, I totally get it, I'm 100% behind how fucking frightening this is, but we have to let the totally frightening, natural, tessellating, exponentially growing world of human genius be. We have to let that happen. And it makes me feel like I am going to stop breathing. It probably makes you feel like that too. And also, we have to go through that. If we've decided to be a leader right now, if we are in a leadership position right now, if we are a thought worker, we need to let go of how people are accomplishing the things that we need them to accomplish. We need to let go of day-to-day, hour-to-hour random shit that happens. If people are not performing, that's another conversation. And remember, not performing is going to be a different concept in this environment versus a normal everyday environment. But if that's happening too. What should be happening primarily is you letting people access their genius and letting people grow and blossom and flower and rise to challenge. That is going to be your challenge. If you are a person who is in a leadership position, who is a type A person, who is prone to micromanagement, your challenge right now is to watch other people bloom in conflict, bloom in challenge. Watch and encourage their growth. That's going to be your job. So, thank you for watching this video. I'll see you tomorrow.